over now. We closed yesterday, and it's really warm still. It's kind of a good thing now because we are stripping quite a large area of the ski field of the snow now. Basically spent the last 4 months pushing snow back into the ski area, and now we're trying to get it off, because through the summertime we're going to have a massive snowmaking reservoir being built at the bottom of Vegan, and the material they pull out of it we're going to put onto some humps and hollows in the, or probably hollows, in the rest of the ski area. So they're starting that this week, and all the roads are covered in about 1 metre of snow, so that's what we're doing right now. Is we've got, I think, about 6 of us just pushing all of the snow off the road built for the dump trucks, and then pushing all the snow off the area we want to fill as well. Daniel's in the 600, so that's why I'm in a grey cat again. This is our new Bison X with the fancy joystick. I really like these Prinoths, the new Prinoths, a lot better when they don't have a tiller on them, because then you can use the new blade joystick toggle thing, and it feels like it's made for this sort of work. And this machine's got steel tracks on it, so and you can still break them, but the steel tracks take a bit more abuse than the aluminiums that we've got on the piston bullies. And seeing as we're cutting down the ground level, you kind of want steel tracks. So the road's going through here in front of me, so I'm just trying to get a little bit cleared above it, and yeah, push the snow down as far as we can. I think the snow will do most of the job. No, the sun.
Vad sa du nu? Använder ni ditt fulla släpet? Menar du det som står i tågstugan? Eller passagerstugan?
Tell you what, it's very warm.
Nej, jag ser inte det här, utan det är allra största. Det är väntsläpet? Nej, det har ju inget namn. Det är ju alltid största väntsläpet vi har. Inte det fixa, utan det bredaste och längsta. Nej, vi har bara det sättet som vi tog med eran panta.
You hear that? I'd actually almost rather be in this than in the 600 at the moment. The 600 has the best blade, but this has a park frame on it, so the blade's a bit further out. So it's better for seeing what you're doing when you're cutting down to ground level. You want to actually be able to see the ground before you pick it up in your blade. And this is also lighter. I don't have to lug the extra weight of the winch around, because right now we're not going to use the winch for anything, so it's just dead weight that you have to carry around. And yeah, it's warm, so it's pretty soft. So I don't really want extra weight. Pushing this across the slope rather than straight down, because there's a snow cannon and a pump house there, so I don't want to back into those. Now the GPS is kind of useless, because when they built this road and filled sort of above here last summer, they didn't map it or remap it in the GPS, so I don't actually know how deep the snow is. Looks to be around 1 metre and average over this area, but I don't know yet. know there's some big rocks around here though, so I don't want to get too excited. There's some there. Daniel over there in the 600 winch. It's I mean, I'm not jealous, but it's kind of like seeing your girlfriend cheating on you with another man, but then you realise you're out with your side chick, so you haven't got a leg to stand on, do you? better videos than the 600 pushing snow through slots. The 600 blade just seems to carry snow a lot better. Watch Daniel over there, he's carrying about 3 times as much in his blade as I can, and his rail's probably just as shallow as mine is. But this blade toggle is very good. I like this for this sort of work. It's really quick and easy to use, but I do miss the actual blade from the 600. They've done with it, but they've nailed the shape of that thing. It just seems to peel snow up and keep it rolling, whereas these, they seem to have a point where they, well, there it is, a point where they're either cutting or they're carrying, but there's sort of no in between. Like, it looks good at this point, but I can't keep pushing in that way. You have to take the teeth out of the snow a bit to carry snow. It always feels like you're sort of riding on the front of the, well, you're riding on the blade rather than having the tracks flat and the blade sort of sitting on the ground. At the moment it feels like the blade's curled forward quite a lot. But if you roll it too far back, then the snow just starts falling underneath it like that. They're a weird shape. They're really good for grooming, they're good for getting something flat, but when it comes to pushing and carrying snow, they're not my favourite. Maybe I'm just shit with it. Clearly they're not bad machines, otherwise people wouldn't buy them. Just comparatively, I definitely prefer my 600 blade. But I do like not having the weight of the winch to push around. Not so bad this morning, it's pretty cold this morning. I think it got below freezing overnight. It was -2 when I started this morning. So the snow's frozen up pretty nicely. But it'll be slush this afternoon, I'd say. These machines, the way Prinoth have taught us to drive them anyway, you drive them, well, I drive them very different to a piston bully. The piston bully, I keep the revs at a certain level with my foot, and then I modulate the sticks to how fast I want the tracks to go. Whereas these, and I've literally had the trainer from Prinoth sitting next to me, watching me move the sticks. And this is the problem with it, you dig holes behind yourself sometimes. But see, I would normally get the throttle to a certain position and then move the sticks. That's how I'd prefer to operate, and if I want to go faster, pull them back more. But their approach is you pull the sticks all the way back, then you go for it, and when you want to turn or anything, you push the other stick forward. And if you want to slow down, you let your foot off the throttle some. I don't really like operating like that, but it is the way these are built to be driven. You can also go from full reverse to full forwards with your foot flat, and you're not going to make anything explode, which feels very weird, but that's how they're designed to be driven apparently, so it's not bad for them apparently. But that's not how I would drive a piston bully. If you drive it like that, it just feels like it's flooding itself. You get quite a bit of lag, and it doesn't. Yeah, it sounds like the revs die down, and it's completely different. It's really weird. You'd think they'd run the exact same, because I'm pretty sure they're both hydrostatic. This feels weird to me, having the sticks all the way forward.